is there a period of time after somebody is healed of their possession where they can slide right back? Like similar to someone who's sick and who maybe has cancer. They're healed of the cancer, but they kind of have a marker for that in the future.
Interesting question.
Is there any correlation between that spiritual health and physical health of a cancer of like, well, they're more susceptible to cancer even though they're in remission?
Yeah.
Or is that
it's a
not a thing?
No, you have a good brain. It's a very insightful question, and it is true. If you see the Lord of the Rings movie, remember when the Nazgul got Frodo, and you remember how that thing lingered, and it would show up whenever the sort of the bad guys were around again, he could feel them.
Yeah.
There's something like that happens. They and even speaking for myself, because I had to go through deliverance. Once you've been stung, so to speak, you can feel it. It doesn't stay with everybody. It stays with some people. You have a greater sensitivity to evil. But then also there is a great danger. Some of the holiest people you'll ever meet, if you knew who they were, would be possessed people, because they've had to fight, because they were so open and so damaged, because like the stuff that happens to these people and the way they get possessed is some of the most horrifying things you can imagine. Satanic worship and molestation and, just the real stuff that happens. So they're deeply psychologically damaged often, sometimes, where they have to go through reintegrating a personality therapy with a psychologist, because they create multiple personalities to protect themselves in these contexts so they don't go crazy. Depending on the severity of the possession in the case, it can be a lifelong healing process, and they do have to fight harder. And it's often why a lot of exorcists, are getting smarter and smarter about how they do intake process and who they will serve. Because if a person's just not dead serious about getting free, like, well, I've been a witch, I've been stealing the Eucharist, I've been doing this, and well, great. Are you ready to get out? Yeah. Why did you hesitate? Like, what's going on there? Are you ready to give your life to the Lord? And if they're not, you can't, because what Jesus say, you clean the house, 7 more, you got to fill it. You got to get rid of the junk and get the good in there that pushes out the darkness. So yeah, that's a very good question. It is an issue. Yeah.